Visit Saudi, STC, SRMG, Dr. Suleiman El Habib Medical Group, Saudia, the national airline of Saudi Arabia, Jeddah Season, Malaf Cola, Visit Qatar, Core Group, Desert, NHC, Jacko, Sky, Arab National Bank, First Data, Sella, and SNC. A big thanks to those great sponsors. It is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, Steward in Charge Mick Collier, Timekeeper Mark Shannon. The judges assigned will be Mark Bates of England, Victor Laughlin of Scotland, and Kieran McCann of England. Our referee in charge, third man in the ring, will be Lee Every of England. Introducing to you first the challenger, fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He comes to the ring wearing Tottenham white and blue and weighed in officially at 199.5 pounds. Hailing from right here, Tottenham, London, England, he is undefeated with 12 wins, 7
I like Vidal.
12 wins.
I get what you're saying.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I like Riley.
the current English cruiserweight champion, Vidal, the realist Riley.
I think Vidal Riley gonna outbox him.
And his opponent across the ring, he is the defending champion. Fighting out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing Arsenal red with white and blue, and weighed in officially at 198.7 pounds. Coming to us from Gravesend, Kent, England, he proudly represented Great Britain at the 2020 Olympics, and now as a professional has a record of 10 wins, just 1 defeat, 7 of his 10 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the reigning and defending British Cruiserweight Champion, C4 Chev Clarke. Boxers, please.
Okay, lads, when I say stop, you stop boxing. When I say break, take a step back. Keep your hands up, protect yourself all the time. Good luck to you both. Good luck. Can I just tell you, this is a good shot. This is a good shot, okay? Good luck.
Terrific atmosphere here, and the second of these crackling battles of the cruisers matchrooms. British boss Chev Clarke with Eddie Hearn in the corner, really tackling boxers, enticing hope. Vidal Riley just caught Ben Shalom's eye, and he cannot wait for this. It's a really good-looking fight, and another example of how Turki Al-Sheikh, the ring, and Eddie and Ben can combine to give the fans what they really want. 50-50 fights, Darren, at high level.
Yeah, really, really good fight this for the British Cruiserweight title. A lot of things to house this fight. Fantastic. The fan zone was interesting. In the ring walk there, 71% favouring Vidal Riley.
We got the challenger tonight, Vidal, in the Spurs colours, that all red, and Barry Virgil Hunter in the corner for Chev Clarke. That's he's a very, very established trainer.
Yeah, he's a very, very thoughtful trainer. Whether that's the right fit here for Siobhan Clarke, we're going to find out tonight. But I like the way Riley started out there. Just you see him just leaning over to his right ever so slightly, so you can get that jab into play and avoid that right hand there. And Clarke, but also take a little step back with the back foot to make Clarke put a little bit short with his attacks.
Really talented, Riley. He's good on his feet. He's got a lovely rhythm to his work. I remember him when he was in Floyd Mayweather's gym many years ago. A really good young amateur as a schoolboy. Just wasn't sure whether he wanted to be a coach, a star on the social media circuit. He's got a huge following, but he's knuckled down, and under his dad has decided it's boxing for him. And this is the time, he believes. Talking about waves, wasn't he, in the press conference, and he's riding the one now.
Yeah, and the footwork that you pointed out there is what's impressed me, I think, most with Vidal Riley. Moves, a nice rhythm, sharp on the feet. As you see there, to step out of range, avoiding the shots coming his way. So it's so important for Chev, who I'm a fan of, I am. I just love it when he goes through his gears, shows me a bit more urgency, and that's exactly what he's going to need tonight. Certainly with the feet, sharpness of hands to get close.
Nice 1-2 there from Riley. Real sharp counters. And Clarke's just got to remember when he gets that over that front foot, just to roll that body. I think it's important that he tries to walk Riley down. He knows he's going to have to be the sharpest of the two early on. If he just makes Riley work hard, that'll just pay dividends as the fight goes on.
I was thinking exactly that, Barry, that Chev Clarke's shoulder's just a bit stiff, and Riley already getting into the groove in the first round. Seems to be boxing at his pace, enjoying himself already, and as a step into the big league, this is an impressive beginning for the man from Tottenham.
Yeah, just looking at Riley's movement, albeit very, very good, when he does throw the jab. He decided to go to the right there, but he has been gliding ever so slightly to his left. Just seeing it there, that's an opportunity for Chev to throw the right hand.
Just out of range though, Clarke, and pickpocketed by Vidal Riley, who's got centre ring and got that. Setting and a lovely night as well. The weather's been kind to us here at Tottenham Hotspur, which is beginning to fill up. So much ahead, and of course the big one later on. It is Eubank Jr. Ben. Finally they meet in this 18-foot tiny ring. I cannot wait, Darren and Barry.
It's going to be fireworks.
And these giant stadiums are weird because they're so big, but yet you look down and you look back up again in a couple of seconds and it's full. I don't know how it happens.
And every seat is great in this place. It's a brilliantly designed stadium, and it's the home for Vidal Riley, the Spurs fan. The 27-year-old in his biggest fight number 13. It was Chev Clarke, the British champion, who lost a European title tilt out in Monaco. So he's had to rebuild, and he's got to get to grips with Riley quickly now.
This is nice from Riley, really, really good. He's in the centre of the ring, he's taking that little step out of range. I like the feints as well. There's little jerky movements with the hands, with the feet, just sort of trying to draw out the lead from Chev. Lovely sharp jab again, and you mentioned the story there. It's incredible. Vidal Riley literally grew up a stone's throw away from him. You can see the old stadium when the school just round the corner. Now he's fighting for the British title.
This is good here from Riley because he's not getting too greedy with his success. He's down with the jab, the odd 1-2. He could do more work. But that allows Clarke back into the fight. And for Clarke, he's trying to get on his toes to get some rhythm, but he has to commit. He's a big, strong guy. He's physically strong. He has a heavy hand. He's got to get that chest over the front knee and try and push Riley back.
Yeah, he needs to get that jab going, Chev Clarke. Jab beats speed. Vernon Forrest always used to tell me that the speed and the guile is with Vidal Riley here, who's got into a nice flow right at the beginning of this British title challenge. He's a joy to watch at times, Riley. He's a cool guy outside of the ring, and he just sort of transports that inside.
Look, he didn't have to pay for that there, Clarke. Clarke's just got to hit him anywhere. He's trying to look for that perfect shot. Hit him on the arm, hit him anywhere. just make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. But at the minute, Riley is flowing.
Yeah, 100%. We've already seen him throw a couple of straight shots to the body, the jab and the right hand. He's having success down there, Chev Clarke. That's what he's got to target, that area. Then he can work back upstairs. Nice groove, nice rhythm to the work of Riley so far.
I love his feet, Vidal Riley, and he's amassed this perfect record in a way that an old-fashioned fighter should. English champion, and now a British title tilt at the age of 27. Right hand partially blocked by Clarke, but he's made a very good start here, Vidal Riley.
To really amp up the pressure and get more physical with Riley to try to close the gap in athleticism here. We saw Chev Clarke just now stand up in between rounds a la George Foreman, but not fighting like him, that's for sure.
Have you seen a lot of Vidal before, Mike?
I have not, and I'm really impressed, and you've seen how great his personality is. He's an influencer, so it could be a star in the making here.
Yeah, he was brilliant when he was young. Vidal going to the body now of Chev Clarke. Clarke, an Olympian, he's got plenty of pedigree himself, and he's got power. He just can't get into this at the moment.
And the worst thing you could do for a rhythm fighter like Riley is let him get into his rhythm. He's got a nice little flow here, and I was at the Clarke, it's very difficult, but it's doable. You've got to get him out of that rhythm. And what you do with that, you hurt him, you hit him hard, you hit him anywhere, and you hit him often.
Good against Ellis Sorrow, wasn't he, winning the British title? Chev Clarke, very popular on the scene. They both are, really. Right hand from Riley to the body. He just looks like he's always enjoying himself, Vidal Riley, in there. Concentrating, but it looks almost effortless at times.
Well, he's in his groove. This is how he wants to be fighting this fight. This is exactly how he would have visualised this fight. Moving, jabbing, walking Chev Clarke onto the shots. And again, I can't keep repeating myself. I will, though. He needs to be dropping shots to the body, the straight shots to the body, Chev Clarke. Then bring your feet in. He needs to go again. Two-phase attacks, but they need to be sharp.
He's trying to do it that, but because Riley's slipping the jab out, it's forcing Clarke to lean over to the right-hand side, which means he's leaning slightly back. So there's nothing on the, he's no weight on the front jab, which means he can't follow through with that right hand.
Lovely work there. Just watching the feed of Vidal Riley as he's gliding around the ring here. And Chev Clarke just out of range. It'll be fascinating to see what Virgil Hunter is going to say to him. And Virgil, of course, who brought Andre Ward all the way through as that time with Amir Khan, Joshua Buatsi lately. So he's used to the Brits.
He's got to step them through, Chev Clarke. Stepping first, he's falling short of that lead hand.
But if you bend your legs, that front foot will naturally go forward. And all you've got to do is come up a little bit, a little bit, and you're closer to the target automatically. Then you can throw the shots. Get that front foot closer, but do that by bending the legs. That allows, like Usyk does it all the time. Every time he bends his legs, that front foot comes closer.
Mike Coppager's nodding, Darren Barker's nodding, everyone in agreement with Barry Jones. Good spot there, and Vidal Riley in a great spot. 3 rounds in. Chev Clarke just back with a thumping punch at the end of the round, but it's 3-0 to Vidal Riley, surely. Ian Wood. What are we going to get here? Chef Clarke. It's time really to knuckle down here in your red trunks. The 34-year-old C4, brilliant character on the circuit. He's worked the media, and he's worked hard for the comeback here after the European title loss. But he's got plenty to think about here. He's out of range with his jab. Riley beating him to the punch, and he's in need of some success. Maybe to the body here, Darren.
Well, exactly what I see. He took a nice step, then he threw a 1-2 to the body.
He had a little bit of success in that last round. Not enough to win the round, maybe, but to build off. And I think that's important. There, you've got to take the positives, even when you are behind, and being the pressure fighter, which he hasn't been yet. He should be. And physically, the stronger you would feel, then you just know you got to work your way into the fight. But I just think there needs to be a more urgency when he does decide to attack. You've got to believe in yourself.
Do you think some of that belief went, Darren, a little bit out in Monaco, because everybody seemed to fancy Clarke would get the job done? He was down early and then outpointed.
Yes, look, he was dropped in the opening round, and you've got to give him a lot of credit, but Mosquea, he boxed to a very good game plan. Heavy-handed he was. When he landed some big shots. This man, he did tick boxes, but I just felt there was always more. Look, he's a very laid-back person. And sometimes those laid-back individuals, they translate that into the ring, and you just want to see him get going, get busy.
Body shot from Riley, but this might be when Clarke wants him.
Yeah, it's just
Nice and close.
Well, sorry, Adam, I was just thinking of myself. No, I was quite happy with Vidal trying to hit the centre of the ring and maybe trying to push Riley back. But you've got to be careful when you try and push someone back. You forget about the straight shots, you end up getting too close to the work inside, and that brings your opponent into the game. So you've got to punch long and move your feet after you throw the shots. But taking the centre ring for Riley is not a bad thing. That shows a bit of strength, and also we'll just put Clarke under pressure a little bit more and make him start to think and panic a little bit.
Just allows that space behind. We've seen already how quick the feet are of Riley. When you've got space behind you, you can just, at your own pace, move back, walk your opponent onto shots. And a nice right hook there from Riley as well. But in a real rhythm.
Just a frustrated look on the face of Siobhan Clarke. Out to pin Riley down, and
He needs to throw the right hand, Clarke, when he glides to his left there.
Vidal Riley, he's countering him.
Again, he threw the right hand.
He outboxing him right now.
He's not getting close enough. He's too far out, and that's going to lose his confidence because he's missing and getting caught.
Yeah, he needs to take that right step across when he throws the right.
Tell you what I did last night. About 2:45. So smooth, so chocolate brown. Oh, I. Round number 5 coming up. Yep, got round number 5 so far. Vidal Riley is in the lead so far.
Screen, everybody's here tonight. It's going to be rocking in here in a couple of hours' time. But we've got a lot of good fights first. We've seen a really terrific cruiserweight matchup with Chris Smith and Brandon Clanton. CBS getting the decision. We're still in the 14-stone 4 world, and it's at domestic level. Good British fight here. Vidal Riley having an excellent start against Chef Clarke. But Clarke's got power, and he's got a stubborn will and a determination, and he'll keep chugging away. But it's Riley, all Riley at the moment.
The feet win you fights over. Whether you come forward or dance, the feet win you the fight. The balance, and the balance of Riley here is fantastic. He's feinting the stand, the feint his way in now as well. Moving to the skipping to the side without the punch on the fly while he's moving. boxing really well here.
Yeah, that step to the right-hand side, then throwing the right hand over the jab of Clarke, really, really impressive.
When he turned pro abroad, Vidal Riley, it was all a little bit obscure. He trained KSI, of course, when KSI fought Logan Paul. We got to know him a great deal, but the love of boxing really is in the core. He built that Instagram following. And I had a long podcast with him about 4 months ago, and he said, Adam, I'm telling you, boxing is my life. I want to be a world champion. I don't care about the fame and the fans are there, of course, but it's what he does in the ring, and I think he's got the right attitude now, and he's got the talent.
Listen, the make no bones about this is a big step up for Riley.
Hey, look.
Clarke is boxing at a really good level. Again, people sipping on that signage there on the ring, that's going to be an issue. As the night goes on, that might possibly get worse as well.
Yeah, what can be done about that? The fatal fury, key City of Wolves to the whole event, but the fighter's just slipping on that. Body shot from Clarke was given another one, and this is what he's got to do to try and slow down the pattern. Excellent from Chef Clarke in this 5th round.
Yeah, there seemed to be a reaction there from Riley, but that left to the body landed.
Sort of doubled over, didn't he?
Yeah.
A little bit of lack of experience there from Riley. But Clarke, again, not using the feet quick enough to jump on him. You've got to stop looking for the perfect shots here, Clarke, and just let your hands go.
Heavy-handed though, Chef Clarke, if he could land a couple more just to stop Riley in his tracks. He comes back with a body shot. He's got 7 knockouts on the slate, Riley. Clarke probably the biggest single puncher. Can he find that body again of Riley?